Well, we don't have a whole lot of rain or storms to talk about, so we're going to talk about a house here in Waxahachie that has probably the most impressive storm shelter I've ever seen. And Jimmy knows that anytime there's a storm shelter, I probably want to see it because I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Love it.
But, you know, it helps educate me as well on what people are doing. And what you see behind me here, we'll give you a nice shot of the house as well, but this is essentially the entrance to the storm shelter. So it's connected to the house, which is great because when I was a kid, our storm shelter was outside. And you were kind of that 10 feet or however far, we were running through rain and hail and winds and all those kind of things. So it's nice that there's a connection there. And so tell me a little bit of the story, and we've talked a little bit already, behind this and the house and how this really interesting storm shelter, and we'll give you some views of it, how that came to be and came together.
Sure. That travel outside the house reminds me of the scene in The Wizard of Oz when they're running outside and everything's flying away, but you won't have that problem here. So some friends called me and they said, hey Jimmy, we're going to sell our house. Great. That's wonderful. That's all fun. We'll show you. It's got a pool, outdoor kitchen, all the fun stuff. But then we walked through the garage, which connects the house. We're going to show you, and it goes straight into this tornado shelter, which goes down, and it's got some very thick concretes built in, steel surrounded. We're going to show you all this. And as soon as I saw the tornado shelter, I said, okay, I know who I'm going to call. I'm going to call Kevin. This is weather related, and this is important, and it's an amazing safety feature, and they've absolutely utilized it. You know, we'll see as we get in there. They've got food, water, air, hard-lined internet, phone, electricity, all the wonderful things that you need in a tornado shelter if you have to use it. And so that's kind of the backstory of this house. It's right here in the Glen Eagles neighborhood, gated neighborhood out here, and just sits on over an acre. We're going to show you the yard and the privacy out here. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can probably hear the birds chirping this morning. So, but yeah, that's kind of the backstory of this house here on Turnberry here in Waxahachie.
I'll tell you, the storm shelter, I've said it probably 4 times, it's not going anywhere. It's very well seated in the ground, very well secured. And you said it, they have water, they have food, they're prepared. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I noted is that when you have a shelter that is attached to the house, sometimes the risk you run with that is that if a tornado does hit the house, there can be debris on top of that shelter when first responders are coming in behind the storm. That's why you want to have a foghorn or something that's going to make a lot of noise, because when those first responders are coming through, you can point whatever that device is through that air vent, make that noise, because they're listening for signs of life. So where they hear noise, that's where they're going to go first. So that lets them know, hey, we need to check this pile of rubble, check this destroyed house for people, because you may be safe in there, but you may not be able to get that door open. And so those are just things you have to think about, and they're things we don't want to have to think about, but they're things you have to be prepared for, because the first thing you hear on the news from when people get hit by a tornado, I never thought it would happen here. That's the first thing they tell, and of course that's the first thing the news people put on TV, but we hear it all the time. I never thought it would happen here. We've never had a tornado before. What?
Not in my backyard.
They don't plan on that. So, but the shelter itself, it's very safe. You know, it has that covered entry there from inside the house. It's going to allow you to get into that area, and I mean the door. We talked about that is
very heavy.
That is a very heavy door, but like I say, it's going to keep you safe. It's not going to fail. It's not going to be the movie Twister where the door's getting ripped off and you know Dad's gone flying. So it's a very good setup, and you have power in there, which is great, because that way you can charge phones. You can keep your weather radio plugged in, or whatever communications devices you need. You can also heat whatever electronics you might need to stay safe down there, whatever the case is. If it's a medical situation, you have medical devices.
Good point.
Those can be connected as well. Mm-hmm. Whatever that case is, you've got that there. Not all storm shelters have that,
the electricity
that
factor.
benefit to them.
The benefit that I first thought of course, you and I both got little kids, was some iPads or something to entertain the kids, because if yours are like mine, when the storm comes, they just kind of freak out a little bit. And so to be able to kind of give them that calming, hey, let's watch some TV or let's watch some cartoons or something like that. But more importantly, obviously, if you're on a dialysis machine or something like that, or you're on oxygen, what if you need electricity, and then, like Kevin said, you can power your phone, you can stay connected, and then that way you can call if people are trying to find you, if the worst happens.
Now, we also mentioned some of the other benefits out here for when the weather is nice, when there's not all hell breaking loose and you're in the shelter. The space back here, I mean, it's paradise back in this backyard. We'll show you a little bit of that. I mean, there's a trampoline, there's a pool, there's an amazing kitchen there.
Outdoor
I mean, I can only
kitchen.
imagine the parties here have to be just incredible. So, I mean, you have the peace of mind of this, and you've got the relaxation of that.
It's magical.
You can't beat this spot. So we'll give you a little bit of a view of the house too, and tell us a little bit more just generally about this property.
Sure, absolutely. And just one clarification, because I did say Waxahachie, but it's Ovilla technically, and so it's Midlothian School District. We're right out here, just right where Midlothian, Ovilla, Waxahachie meet in the Glen Eagles gated community. It's approximately 5,000 square feet, 5-car garage. Just a little bit over an acre. You're going to see in a little bit behind is completely serene. It's all like wood, so the whole back side of your property is completely private. It's absolutely gorgeous. You'll love it. The kitchen has just been remodeled. They just put new windows in 2 days ago in the entire house. The whole house has entirely new windows, 100% throughout. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got a little kind of like a sunroom, not like a sunroom, it is a sunroom. It's a gorgeous sunroom that's in here. So a lot of attention to detail on high-end appliances and granite countertops, Taj Mahal granite countertops, and it's just an absolutely gorgeous property, and all under $1 million, just right here in Midlothian School District.
The other thing too is that if we have another major ice situation, you got firewood back here. I'm looking and I see some firewood.
It's a forest back here.
So,
that's right.
I mean, the resources here are incredible. This is an area where you can pretty well make it through just about any kind of weather situation. And in North Texas, I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. To not only have a really relaxing, really fun setup, but to have multiple different ways to stay safe. So thank you so much for showing me around. And if you're in the market for a place like this, I mean, Jimmy's the best of the best, and
Thank you, Kevin.
This is a great property. Yeah, no, I can't afford that, but I would love to. But I'm sure that there might be some folks out there. If you're looking to relocate, this is a great spot. It is very quiet out here. I mean, I can hear some airplanes. You can hear the birds, but I'm not hearing a lot of road traffic and that kind of thing. And in Ellis County, that's a sticking point sometimes because there's so much infrastructure going in. It's nice and quiet out here.
Yeah, you're right off of 664. It's great.
Yeah,
it's quiet. It's
absolutely.
beautiful out here.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you, Kevin.
We eventually probably have rain coming. I'm not really sure when. We'll keep you updated on that. But for now, hey, enjoy the warm the warm November weather, because trust me, you'll be complaining about how cold it is soon enough. So stay tuned. More weather to come.